What up, though? You already know how it goes. Smash, like, subscribe, comment. I don't care what your comments, as long as you comment, you dig. Make sure y'all hit that Clubhouse link. Make sure y'all hit that Instagram link. You dig. I appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in with me. But let's get right into this video. I want to talk about a Flint demon named Deontay Gray. Real deal demon, man. I want y'all to let me know, does he deserve to spend that many years behind prison, or should his background and what he's been through considered in his release date? Is this just too much for somebody this young or not? I don't know. I want y'all to hear the stories, though. And this is from mlive.com. mlive.com. It's by Amanda Emery. Shout out Amanda Emery. A. Emery at mlive.com. You dig? Family still grieving after Deontay Gray arrested in the Flint triple homicide South End Market shooting. Flint, Michigan. It's a bittersweet ending for these three families after police, they say, is responsible for the murder of 4 people, including a 9-year-old boy. God. Genesee County Prosecutor David Layton said during a press conference at the Flint Police Department on Wednesday, August 21st, the 18-year-old Deontay Isaac Gray has been charged with murder in 2 separate cases. Gray is charged with 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder and felony murder in July 15th in Flint. Gray has also been charged with 1 count of first-degree premeditated murder in Flint's most recent. Stavana Watkins said she is at peace now with what happened to her husband, 29-year-old Greg Watkins, on August 17th. She said, though that will not bring her husband back. I'm glad that justice is being served for my husband, Watkins said. It may have taken my husband's death to bring justice for other families, Watkins told MLive, the Flint Journal, and had returned downtown with friends after dropping kids off at relatives' house. They had driven to the market and were going to a friend's house when the shooting occurred. Layton said Gray had a dispute with Greg Watkins. Layton said investigators believe Gray accused Watkins' family of stealing money from him, and a fight ensued. Investigators said time passed between the fight and Saturday's shooting. Watkins said she is sure her husband did not know Gray. My husband was a stand-up guy and wasn't into anything he wasn't supposed to be, Watkins said. He was a great guy and a great father. He was a great husband. Elizabeth Allen said the same things about her brother James Ronald Allen Jr. James Allen Jr. was 25, along with Akeem Easterling, 23, and a 9-year-old Trayshawn Macklin were found shot about 8 a.m. on July 15th inside an apartment at Park West Apartment Complex on Hammerberg Road near Atherton Road. They got some funny street names up there in Flint. Layton said Gray had briefly lived at the scene of the triple homicide. Layton said Gray had an argument that escalated into a physical altercation with one of the victims, Akeem Easterling. Police believe nearly 2 weeks later, Gray came back to the apartment at Park West Apartment Complex on Hammerberg Road. That's when investigators said another fight happened and Gray shot and killed 2 men and a young boy. Alice said it wasn't until she read the news Wednesday of Gray's arrest that she heard he had lived at her brother's apartment. She said her brother was preparing to go back to school and move just before his death. My brother always tried to stay out of people's way, Alice said. All he ever did was work. He wasn't in the streets. That's typical that a family say that about a victim. Oh, he never did nothing to anybody, and he just this and that. It was just an incident that happened where a guy in Detroit got shot in the head and ran over, right? And wasn't his first time getting shot in the head. And his relatives said, oh, he never did nothing. He was a good guy. He didn't deserve this. I mean, people not just shooting you in your head and running you over with cars, okay, on multiple occasions. It just don't happen like that, but whatever. Alice's family has been through a lot, she said, losing her brother. He has been hard to deal with. But she said the family is grateful the man police believe is responsible is in custody. I appreciate them finding him and appreciate their hard work finding him. Alice said, I know a lot of these cases don't get solved. Flint Police Chief Alvin Locke said the hard work of Flint Police and detectives working in tandem with Michigan State Police is what made Gray's arrest possible. Michigan State Police Lieutenant Matt Bolger said tips from the public is what helped police build their case. I would like to add a special thanks to the citizens of Flint. Without their tips, without their information, we wouldn't be where we are today. Layton said Gray had a bench warrant out for his arrest for a previous conviction because he walked away from a drug treatment program he was sentenced to attend. According to the court's records, in 2010, Gray was originally charged with assault with intent to commit murder, second-degree home invasion, and felony firearms. Layton said that the assault with intent to commit murder charge was amended after the police officer Gray was accused of shooting at could not identify him during a preliminary examination. Gray was shot by the police during a 2010 incident. Gray is also facing charges of robbery and the use of a firearm during the commission of a felony in July triple homicide. He is also facing felony firearms and assault with intent to murder charges in the shooting at the South End Market. Gray's four murder charges are more than those issued in 2010 against Flint serial stabber Elias Abdulazam. God, this kid clearly been through some things. When you that young, I mean, he was, what, 12, 13, catching cases, 15, 16, shooting at the police. That's crazy. It's some people, man, and I never thought until I went to prison that I would say some people just deserve, outside of serial killers, outside of rapists, I never thought that I would say that some people deserve to be in prison. Me and Schoolcraft D was talking about that. Some people just don't deserve to be out. I'm gonna give you my opinion. I usually ask y'all opinion and I don't state it. That's a hard rehabilitation. A guy that could kill a 9-year-old. That's a hard pill to swallow. I understand having beef and being in the streets and things like that. But when you start harming children and have no remorse about it, that's deep. Crazy. I'm almost speechless on this. Y'all know I usually ain't speechless on it, but it's just, God. What has a person been through in their life to make it easy for them to kill somebody like that? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Links in the description. And also, for y'all that don't know, he got about 35 years. Peace and blessings, video.